Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Simple and clean.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Blocks the jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Big counter. Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Knockdown. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Well-timed corner switch. Okay, they trade hits. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Takes a trip. The jump in catches them. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Connects with medium kick. Will we see a drive impact? Lays down a whirlwind. Goes for the super art? That's not gonna hit. Brushes off the impact. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Switches sides via back. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. That's a counter. A quick breather. Grabs and throws them away. Jumps up. There's a change of sides. They are really going at each other. They're going for the super art. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Shall corrects them. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Finds the target. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Backs off. Below. Amazing. They got a big throws them away. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Side switch with backup. The star is active. Here comes the rude Sandstorm. Jumps. Is this early super gonna change things? Now, can they finish the job? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Both fighters have a full drive gauge on deck. Throws them. Grabs and throws them away. Nothing stops this train. Throw is denied. They trade hits. Medium kick into. He'll cut that boy off. There's a drive impact. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. That corner is starting to look scary. Player 2 is in a very they are done. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Switches sides via backup. Whiffs the impact.
Skyward.
Still very early in the round. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Opts for the throw. All right. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 chases them down. Neither of them willing to back off. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Uses the parry. Misses the drive impact. Shoots off a fireball up close. Can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. Still scrapping for control of this. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Hits him with this free flow. Both fighters are just about done. Big meter gap to KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. Gets the jump in. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Taking stock. Hits him with this free flow. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Lays down a whirlwind. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Medium kick hits. Finds the target. Barely blocks the jump in. Pokes with the kick. Looking for a hole. Throws him. Smart play with the throw. Back to the corner. Holy! There's a drive impact. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Back that ass up. Activate the star to get some help on the field. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. This can lead to some big damage. A parry escapes the corner. Nothing stops this train. Ooh, what a smart blow. Okay, here we go. There's a drive impact. Free flow strikes. Pokes with a kick. Connects with the throw. Starts with whirlwind. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. They are not getting close to each other. This spinning mixer tells you you're not clean for landing. That corner is starting to look scary. Right back with authority. Throws them. Can they use their drive? Oh my God! Wow, super!
It's time
Wait,
to train.
what? Are they actually dead? Wasn't a sure bet, but the meter management was so on point. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Goes for the throw. Taking stock. Player 1 chases them down. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again. KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Taking stock. Hits them with this free flow. Player 1 chases them down.
You're mine.
You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both fighters planning something? They're trading attacks.
Skyward.
Medium kick. Oh, says no to the impact. Lays down a whirlwind.
Eagle spike.
Connects with medium kick.
Oh yeah.
Anti-air drops him. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Medium kick hit. Just goes for it at this range. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Drink level 4 and now a full house to play with. Activate your star to get some help on the field. Player 2 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Medium kick. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Tempest for the pressure. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Drives impact misses. A single hit will do it. 20 seconds left on the clock. Feel that pressure. This is a critical moment. Flatlines in. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
The top player is here.
Ready.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Perfect air to air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent.
Here we go.
That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Well-timed corner switch. Player 2 goes for the super art. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Taking stock. Big counter. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Holds out with the block. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their driving. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Checks with a medium kick. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 has the meter lead. Hits him with his free throw. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Going in. Shows the medium kick. Mugat Kulok follow. Medium kick. They exchange blows. Gotta be careful not to. Ooh, what a smart throw. Knockout and. This can lead to some big damage.
Here we go.
Neither fighter is showing any signs of backing down. Both fighters are playing with a full deck of drive. They need to show their hand and do something with it. Punish counter sets the table. Free throw strike. What a finish! Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Throws him down. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets the counter. Knockdown. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? Blocks the jump in. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Throws them to negate the block. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. All right, what's coming up next? Will this super art connect? Blocks it just in time. They must have anticipated a super art coming. Grabs them, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Jumps. Lustin closes it with a classic corner throw. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Blocks the overhead. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Kulog follow-up. Time to reassess the situation. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Uses the target combo as a filler. Escapes with the reversal. Barely blocks the jump in. Jump. A drive impact could end it all here. Hits the back throw to get the side switch. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. What's next? Keeps them out. What are they gonna do? Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. To make them tremble. Okay, here we go. Critical art now. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? Assaults with blood. Pokes with a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Still plenty of time left. Hits him with his free flow. Player one, Kulog follow-up. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Anti-air in the clutch. Throws him. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Oh, here we go. Player one is in a very good spot now. From above with Fugashi. Crowns him from above. Okay, here we... Nothing stops this train. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Back to the court. Are we gonna play impact? Are you kidding me? Player one comes out on top with a fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
The top player is here.
Simple and clean. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
Oh yeah.
Deftly shuts out the jump in. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. All right. Gets back with a well-placed drive reversal. Player two with the life lead. Trips him up. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Taking stock. Grabs him. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Hits him with his free throw. Did this super art connect? The super doesn't hit. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. All right, what's coming up next? KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Dashes forward. Who's going to start things off? Shows a medium kick. Does a good job of pushing back. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Going in? Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Knockdown and... Smart play with the throw. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Hits hits him with a stopping bomb. Hits him with his free flow. Player one is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact draw super art incoming? So little life left. What are they gonna do? So, what's next? Fires off a whirlwind. What a finish! Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows the medium kick. Grabs him. Lots of aggression from both sides. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Takes a trip. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. They trade hits. And now?
You're mine! You're mine!
That drive impact is blocked. Brushes off the impact. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They hit each other. Medium kick. KO! Player two hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight!
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Medium kick hits. Connects with medium kick. Smart play with the throw. They're going for the super art. It's the level one. Breaking with some serious style. They've got the just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Player two is in a pretty good situation. Crowns him from above. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player one needs to use the cut of the corner. No! Critical art now? Hits that with confidence. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player one didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up here. Both fighters are raring to go. Ooh, what a smart throw! Going in? Who will set the bait at this range? Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Huge chance after that wall flat. Okay, not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. The corner is starting to look scary. All the throw connects. Oh, will this super art do anything? Turns the bar for break. What's next? Player one is in a very good spot now. A real test of nerves. Wall flat into the guard break. Breaking on them to lay down some damage. They are done. Player one made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Reads the jump in perfectly. Medium kick hits. Just out of range, it's down to the wire. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. What's the play here? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Low whip. Knockdown. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Will the super art connect? Starting something with the super. All right, what's coming up next? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player one gets him. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight!
Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Hits them with his free flow. Still very early in the round. That's a counter. Barry! The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. A drive impact could end it all. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Burns the gauge to turn up the heat. Carry. Oh, reversal. Walked up with a devil song. This is a critical moment. That corner is starting to look scary. What a finish! Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion.